8:24 right now. Oh, the historic KiMo Theatre is celebrating its, get this, 87th birthday this month. It's having a special event this Saturday to honor you, and your family can go. Here with more about that is Tierna Unruh-Enos, Marketing Manager. Good morning, Tierna. It's good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. 87 years. I knew the KiMo was old, but I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah, everybody's always surprised by that number, but yeah, it was built in 1927.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was one of the first buildings downtown.
Okay, and then things were built around that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what is going on? Tell me about this weekend on Saturday for the big celebration.
Well, we are bringing in one of the last great silent films. It's called The Wind, starring Lillian Gish, and it was produced in 1928, so right around the time the KiMo was built.
Okay.
We've had a lot of different silent films come back to the KiMo. They always do really well. It's built for that type of movie, you know what I mean? It's that kind of historic theater. It lends to the ambiance. People really love it. And we're having a live orchestra score right there in the orchestra seating right below by the stage.
No kidding. Like it was originally designed for it to go along with the silent film.
Yeah, and people really enjoy that because there's not really any other place in town that, you know, offers that kind of programming or that you can see something like that in a theater like the KiMo Theatre. And the screen is made from real silver particles.
The silver screen that we call it.
Exactly, yeah, and that's where the name came from. It's real silver. You can't touch it because the silver will come off on your fingers. Right. And
no
we
kidding?
don't. Right.
All right, so that's why I got in trouble the last time I was there and tried to touch it. Yeah, somebody yelled at me. Well, that's pretty crazy. You can like really take a trip back in time, teach your kids about it.
Yeah, exactly.
About what movies were before we made $300 million blockbusters.
Yeah, and here's something that's really interesting. I was just reading before we came on air. At the time that The Wind came out, all the critics slammed it because they said the special effects were just so unbelievable, and they, like it just didn't lend anything. And you're thinking 1928, I didn't even know they had special effects.
Right, they do a dissolve or something.
Exactly.
They like glue a
Whereas
couple pieces of
now
film
it's
together.
like really vintage and cool, you know. So we're really excited about it, and this is our anchor event to commemorate the 87th birthday. And so if you want tickets, they're at KimoTickets.com.
Free?
No, there is a charge. They're $15.
$15, okay.
Yes,
Okay, very, very cool. Definitely worth it, though.
Oh,
I mean, $15, that's what it costs to go see a movie at the theater these days.
And you
get a little
can't
bit of
really
history,
see a silent film anywhere else in Albuquerque with a live orchestra. Yeah.
Okay, that is awesome. So let's talk about this. So the KiMo, built 87 years ago. How did it come to be, and why did it end up in what is now downtown?
Well, so it was originally built to be a movie palace, which is what they were called at the time.
Okay.
And then shortly thereafter, the El Rey Theater was built right across the street. Also as a movie theater. And you think, well, why would they build right across the street from each other? But that's kind of what you did. Albuquerque was not what it is now.
Sure, I can imagine.
So, you know, you had one street, and who cares if there's two movie theaters on either side of each other? That's all there was to do.
They didn't have 24-screen multiplexes back then.
And that's all there really was to do. So they packed the house constantly. You know, they each would show one movie, and they had no problem selling out. And then over the years, you know, over 87 years, it's changed hands. The city bought it in the 80s and did a lot of work to restore it. And it's gone from being a rental space to, in the past 3 years, we've really made a very concentrated effort with the restoration of the architecture on the outside and the inside, as well as the programming to really bring it back to what it was in the 20s, which is being a movie theater. You know, we show a lot of movies. We have a lot of live programming on the stage. But we really wanted it to be an iconic movie theater again downtown like it used to be.
I think you guys have done a great job with the remodeling of it and bringing back that time period. And I love what Mayor Barry and the city did with it just a few months ago when we had the World Cup for soccer.
I know.
Free event, open the doors because too many people were saying, oh, if you want to watch the soccer games, which was a big international event, you had to go to a bar and there's beer. And if you want something a little more family friendly, do that. So what do you have planned for the future? What other kinds of events could there be at the KiMo to take advantage of this space that the city has?
You know, we would like to keep doing events like the soccer game. If we could pipe in live sporting events, you know, because that was almost a sellout. We had almost 600 people show up to that.
And that was in the middle of the day during the week.
It was at 2 p.m. in the middle of the week. And, you know, we do still do a lot of really great programming. We're having a big Robin Williams tribute film series that's coming up. A lot of musical acts book the space as well, so we have a lot of great shows that come through. But one of the things that we do really want to do in the future, like I said, is do more sporting events there because we're seeing that people want to see it on a big 80-foot screen. So why not? We've got it there, and it's, you know, we've got a satellite that can hook up, you know, and pipe in from wherever around the world. So
let's do it.
Great.
When you guys announce more stuff, let us know. Come back on and talk about it.
Thank you.
Okay, until then, to go check out what's going on for the 87th anniversary this weekend, head to our website, click on KRQE. Links, Tierna, good to see you.
Thanks
for coming in.